Okay, howdy partners. Yeah, it's me again. Right, we're doing a trip to a Minmus on a Falcon Heavy, which I've no, sorry, not a Falcon Heavy, a Starship, the Starship. So we've refueled in orbit, and I've cut out all the boring bits. You know, the old doing all the maneuvers, all that. I've got all that stuff out for you. So we've done our maneuver node. We're going to Minmus. There it is. It's the next one out from the moon. Uh, and if we look at, well, I'll show you the orbit in a minute, but we're 30 odd seconds away from blast off. So if let me see, if I go back to here, and this should take us within about 15 kilometers of Minmus orbit, which is a very, very low gravity. So it'll be really easy, much easier to land on the moon. And we burned a bit of fuel doing this orbit, but let's fire now. And on Xbox Series X, my goodness, does this perform so much better. It is fantastic. It literally is performing beautifully, whereas it's normally lagging and all over the place. With this, it's absolutely fantastic. It really is. It looks like that's where it's trying to lock onto. So we should be pretty well spot on anyway, so I don't really need to do this. So there we are in orbit. Some of my, yeah, we got that. I mean, it's not perfect, but you can't do it perfect in Kerbal. You never can. So if I go now to Minmus, if we just, I get bored. You see, I get very bored here, sat here doing nothing, bored to tears, and I end up thinking of doing something. I think, well, why don't I just stream this? I'm sorry if you find it boring, but you know, I just like doing this stuff. Let me get rid of that and then flick back. Actually, let's flick back to here. Let me just alter that just slightly. I'll go to here and I'll do a very slight adjustment to that. So again, all we do is focus on the planet. So all kinds of ways you can do this, but I'm trying to get that a little bit more central. So it kind of got a little bit central, but I want it a little bit better than that. So all we do now is click on here. It's just running beautifully on Series X, and I hope this comes out alright. I mean, I got this on 1080p this time. It seems to sometimes switch to 720. Which is what I did on the Skyrim one, but suddenly now it's decided it's not going to do that. It's very strange. So what we're going to do, we're just going to bring this up just a tweak, so it's kind of more central. So we're doing a nice circular orbit and not kind of going at some weird. And it's really sensitive. I've barely got to move the joystick here to do this. It is so sensitive. And that's about right. That's perfect. And it's going to take less than 0.1 of a second. So it's barely going to be anything. If I'd have done the extra 0.1 that I was going to do just now, that probably would have done it actually. And then we flick back to our craft. And then we're going to, you see, it's barely, I literally had to do a tiny little spurt there, and that probably would have been enough. In fact, well, no, let's not do that. It's kind of right. We're right on the point, actually. In fact, one tiny spurt now might do it. But let's get to the maneuver node, if I can get on the maneuver node. That is, he said. So let's warp to this next maneuver. It's literally the tiniest of spurts, and I'm almost tempted to do it in monoprop. It's probably not a bad idea, but I'd have to sort of guess it. It's very much a guess here. So I'd have to literally, and I think because I've got, oh no, our thrusters are here. So I could use monoprop by switching to docking view. We could actually do this in monoprop and do that. And then as we get there, 27 seconds, I could just use monoprop to just pull this bit in rather than use the engines, which are extremely powerful. Let's just see. Yeah, as you see, these tiniest little squirts doing it. So we'll just wait a little bit longer. So if I just done a teeny bit more just now, but trouble is you've got to go up and down very fast. And although the lag is much better on this now, it's way better than it was. There we go, that should do it. Turn that off. Get back out of docking mode and back to staging mode. And that should be pretty much on the spot there, hopefully. He said hopefully. Yeah, it's kind of pretty near. And then all when you do is close this orbit. That should be around about 12. Yeah, there we go. It's very low orbit here. You know, you can do it from kind of 5,000 really. It really is that, you know, that kind of low. So I could just get rid of that. And then if I go onto retrograde here, we could kind of close that orbit. It'd be kind of a guess, because when you're in docking mode, I can't really... The thrusters won't work in docking mode if you're in this view. So I can't see this go down. I've got to do a very quick spurt, but it's probably better to just close this orbit, come to think of it. So let's do that. Let's roll in here, put it right on the spot, and then we can pick a landing spot wherever we like, really. Now I'm doing this in sandbox. It's because I like to test things out in sandbox before I think about doing it into career or anything like that. Sandbox is good fun actually, because you've got everything available, and it just means you can experiment, have fun, mess around, and it'll come out really nice. So I could go really low, kind of 5,000, something like that. As long as we don't actually hit the lumps that are sticking out, of course. So we just got to watch that really. Bit hard to see, but it is really hard to see, as you can tell. But as long as, you know, nothing's going through that line, we should be okay. It's very hard to tell, isn't it? I mean, that might be a bit low. Let me go up a little bit more. Let's go to about 6. Might be a better option, just in case we crash into it. Alright, and then we'll just pip that onto there. I'm all relaxed. Got my neck brace on, so don't worry. So this won't be very long. Hope you can hear me alright. I'm speaking a bit quiet. And I got another mic very close, which is why, you know, you hear me sort of kind of breathing and like this into the mic. You know, I can't help it. With Twitch, I've got to have it very close to my mouth, otherwise it doesn't seem to pick me up at all. So yeah, Twitch has problems at the moment, especially with Series X. Enormous problems. Alright, so that seems to be it. So we can now... yeah, we can literally... It's going to take, what, 12 seconds with this current burn. So not very long. So I'm going to warp to that, and then what I'm going to do, we're going to click back to our ship. So we can just watch this come in. And we got three on this ship. We got a pilot, a scientist, and an engineer. I don't know if I'm carrying anything. There's no point me carrying scientific stuff, because sandbox you don't get any science. That's the only downside of it. So you can't collect points. You just do stuff and have fun, really, and experiment. So it's a good way to experiment, and then you can use that in your normal game. Kind of work that stuff out, which is quite nice. Right, and then we can just zoom right in here. just see our position. It's beautifully responsive now on the Series X. You know, this is can be quite sluggish, this game, very sluggish on an Xbox One. On the Series X is a bit better, but on this it's magnificently more responsive. Much better. I don't have to worry about, oh, I press it and is it going to react in time? There's always a delay on everything. So I'm hoping they're going to upgrade this to the PC version now. I would like that. I have asked the question, so I hope they do that. Right, we're coming up very close now, so 6 seconds is when we need to do it. Half of the total. And if we can get the next upgrade, it will actually give us better tools again. Should have done it full blast there. So a little bit behind now, but it doesn't worry. It doesn't matter too much. I do it just a bit short, but it does cut off very fast now. There's not really a problem with it. It's very responsive. As soon as I press it, bam, it's done. There's no argument, there's no discussion, there's no delay. It plays beautifully. So it makes this whole experience of playing this game much better on Series X. So if you manage to get your hands on one, and I know it's difficult, it is extremely difficult to get hold of one. I was very lucky to get one. These scalpers have been ruining it, and God, do I hate the scalpers. Please don't buy them from scalpers. If you don't buy them, they'll end up with a load of stock they can't sell, and they'll end up selling it dirt cheap. So that's the way to beat them. And then people will soon think, oh well, there's no point doing this anymore. We'll move on to something else. And they'll scalp you some other way. That's the best way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't buy it. I know we're all desperate for PS5s. I'm desperate for one. But if you could just resist the temptation, there's very few being produced, and the few that are being produced are being hit by scalpers. So don't buy it, okay? And that's how you beat them. And I know it's hard, you know, you see something, you think, oh, I can make double the profit. Please, for the sake of humankind everywhere, you know, as long as we do this kind of stuff, criminals and whatever are going to do this stuff. And I'm not saying you're all criminals, but you could be just people who are trying to scrape by, and it is tough in these situations, but please have a bit of sense. The world will never change for the better if we keep on doing this stuff. Right, there's my little rant over. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be putting rants in. It's kind of tough though. In these hard times when you see all this going on, it's disgraceful behaviour. It's kind of the way the world's going, isn't it? But let's do a nice simple landing. I could almost do it in monoprop here. Land in monoprop. And my engines are desperate, and on top of that, I can't really turn all three down because it's very difficult to get all three to be exactly the same thrust. If I turn the thrust down, I've got to turn it down identical on all three, otherwise they're going to go off course a little bit. So should have got parachutes, would have been easier. You could literally almost, if you've got a small ship, you can literally just monoprop up in the air, sort of move sideways and kind of land somewhere else if you're a little bit out. That's how easy it is on Minmus. Tremendously easy. So I'll do about 3 seconds and just give it a little bit of thrust. 3 seconds is fine. It's a pretty good time. They are beautiful. That's what I mean. The response time is brilliant now. It just makes this so much easier. There we go. That's nice. And then we just pick a landing spot. Now, it's because of my very powerful engines. It's going to be a real job trying to slow this guy down and actually land it somewhere. Without hitting God knows what. So we'll try this with with this ginormous ship. With, you know, slightest little response now, and it shoots along like that. So we're going to kind of try and land around about here without hitting a mountain on the way, which actually I probably am going to hit one here. Yeah, probably am. I want to kind of land, I don't know, somewhere, well, yeah, somewhere in the light would probably do, somewhere around about there. But obviously without hitting the sides on the way down. Yeah, it's very, very close to there, look. So it might be better just to pick a spot and not do this, and just thrust our way down gently. Might be just an idea to just pick that spot there and just come in very, very quickly. Shouldn't take long. Tiniest bit of thrust. Just come down nice and slow like that. So it's almost a straight line. Like that. And we're pretty much going straight down. And hope we don't hit anything. We should be alright. And then as we go around, obviously that's going to move. So, you know, I think the planet's going to, I can't remember which way around it's going, but they tend to spin the same way. So I think that is going to creep along here, if anything. So I might actually move that along a little bit. Although it might creep the other way. Who knows? So I'll kind of move round to here and we'll see what happens. I hope I don't hit anything. Good idea to do a quick save here. Just in case. 9 seconds. I hope you're all enjoying yourself. I mean, try to ignore what I was just saying. But there's been a lot of news about that at the moment, and just what the same a little bit really, which is don't buy it. But let's have fun. I know we don't mind me throwing this stuff up. I know I keep saying, oh, I won't throw any more stuff up, but I still keep throwing stuff up. But if you get any kind of enjoyment out of it, let me know, and obviously if you don't, let me know again. Please tell me to concentrate on certain things. But you know, a bit of variety never hurt anyone. Really? Try telling that to your viewers. It's a good point. We go a bit quicker, please. So I'll try and make this nice and short. I hope I can land this gigantic beast. I mean, I don't know if I can, but hopefully I can. Right, here we go then. I suppose I'll get the landing gear down, shouldn't I? I know I've had to make kind of... Oh, please, please, please. Yeah, it's really awkward for me to do this. I've had to kind of make makeshift legs. Oh heck, this might be a problem. Oh dear. And then we'll go retrograde. Cancel that. I've fallen rather rapidly. I hope this is not on a slope, otherwise we're in big Stum, but I'm trying to get these guys out. They're not landing legs, they're kind of, oh goodness me, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. They're kind of hard to do. Because it's kind of a pad on the end of a... It's really difficult for me to get in there and get access to the actual thing that I'm trying to get hold of, which is the bit that's connected to it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I don't know if we can monoprop. Let's see if we can monoprop it. Hang on, we're on the wrong one. On that one. See, we're actually slow. Oh no, we're not quite. So it's not. We can't quite monoprop it. But yeah, I cannot, because the normal legs will probably break off, and they're probably not wide enough. I kind of made makeshift ones, and I don't know whether this is going to work. So I might have to hope it lands on that particular bit there. Who knows, I was going to use this much fuel, to be honest. Nice steady sort of drop. Where's the shadow? Here's the shadow. That kind of gives you an idea where we are, roughly. Why is it moving sideways is what I want to know. But it is for some reason. I think it's because we're on the orbit thing instead of surface. Oh dear. Oh no, 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 no. Oh dear. What is going on here? Ah, right, now we have it. I was going to say. Goodness me. Oh, this is all going wrong. Oh no, please. Oh dear, this is a lot tougher than I thought. It's such a big beast, this. That, yeah, it's having a job to hold it. It's having a job to hold it at the very last bit. It's so powerful that it just shoots off at the last minute. So this is going to be pretty tough. I might have to bring in these guys. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough stuff. Let me do this. Do that. That will freeze it. It's a good way of stopping you rolling like that. Man, this is pretty tough stuff, isn't it? I thought it might be a problem because we're a bit overpowered, but didn't realise it was going to be this. I should get it fairly kind of level with the ground and then just take it off of the, because it tends to switch and then it turns everything upside down, obviously. But it's kind of having a job to keep up with that retrograde marker. That's what the problem we have here. So if it gets over the top, I need to just tell it to hold on to this one instead. Come on. If only those landed legs would work, but they're kind of on a... Yeah, we're on a bit of a slope, unfortunately. Okay, this is not going to work then. Alright, let's forget that idea. Okay, it's not going to work. It's just too darn big. I cannot get these legs down. They're attached to kind of beams which I should be able to unfurl. Ah, there we go. Oh, hang on. If I could just get these flaming legs to go out, it'd be something. Right. Then I might get somewhere. At least that will help a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to help a terrific amount, but it will help a bit. Man, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough when you got a big brute like this. Stop! Man! Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, I knew it was going to be tough, but I didn't think it'd be like this. This is tougher than a house full of monkeys. It really is. Oh, Jesus. Please turn quicker. Oh, man. This is so tough. Don't want to break those off. Oh, it's okay. No, I want to load my save. Load the quick save, which was... should be there. Man, that was a bit crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, if only I could have got those things to extend a bit quicker. It would have been so much easier. It'd been easier on Mars, really, wouldn't it? Maybe I should have come in at an angle. That might have been safer, actually. Why didn't you do that? Let's try doing it like this. That might be a bit safer. Oh, man. Yeah, if only I could turn these engines down. So I should have had, say, one in the middle and just one firing, but... And really, probably having these up is not a good idea. What do you think? Not a good idea there, Ray. Yeah, it's fun. It's a big beast, and it's really hard to get those landed. You know, that gives me a little bit more width, but obviously that's a bit of an angle. Let's have a look at that. How big is that angle? It's quite an angle, isn't it? I'm almost tempted to go somewhere else now. Bit hard to tell, really. I mean, maybe that'll be flatter. Let's move that along to there, shall we? I hope we don't fall off the edge of the cliff. Holy jeez. I think this would be this difficult. Slightly overpowered engines from Minmus. It's because it was meant for somewhere else. And it kind of went wrong. Maybe that's flat. If it's semi-flat, we're in with a chance. Dear oh dear. So it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I know what you're saying. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2:24 p.m.
2:34? Really? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 2:25 p.m.
My clock has stopped. There I was thinking it was only 12:30. Well, that's kind of late for dinner, Ray. Try and get these legs down this time, because yeah, they're really difficult to get to. I should have put it on a. I probably have got it on a thing somewhere. What do you call it? A quick key, but I mean that was ages ago. I set that up, so right. What's that? 4 seconds on full blast. Yeah, maybe I should have done the legs wider. Maybe we should bring some of these in, just in case, so that at least we got a couple in case it gets broken. Because at least these are in a terrible state at the moment. So let's try and save at least 4 of them, just in case. Right, 8 seconds. They're kind of enjoying themselves, you know. Hellspells, Gerpont and Tambold. Yeah, good luck to them. 4 seconds. Let's get rid of that. 4 seconds, lads. Good luck. You'll need it. Please let it be flat. The arst. Whoops. Maybe we'll cook that beauty. If you could do that before we hit the ground, lads. Yeah, it is kind of bumpy, isn't it? Right, and we're going to put this onto, I don't know if you know, but you can switch this now to land. Has that mode built in now, which makes it rather nice. Right, let's hope this is a little bit flatter. If it's not, we're in for a barrel of trouble, as they say in the UK of England. Slow ourselves down with a bit of monoprop. Not really doing a lot. Oh, kind of introduce a spin to the situation now. That great idea. That should be a bit more accurate. Right, good luck, lads. You're going to need it. I don't know what you're smiling for, because you are in for a bumpy ride. I could almost do a suicide burn. It's kind of a suicide mission, come to think of it. Good luck, lads. I know what you're saying. Why are we here? It's coming down quite steadily. I'm almost impressed here by the steadiness of this beautiful glide. If I could do that all the way to the ground and stop, and this isn't too bumpy. Oh, it does look rather hilly. It does look as though we're on a slope again, which is always a bad thing. Let's just do a gentle breeze. It's a bit hard to do. A bit hard to get a kind of a little twinge. Maybe we'll do it like that. Oh yeah, that's coming down nice and slow. What do you think, guys? How far? 500 feet? Parachutes could have brought this down easier, couldn't it? Really? Now we're right over the spot now, so I'm thinking, let's just go with that. That probably would be a good idea. Switch to that one again now, just to bring it up a little bit, just to straighten it out. Very careful, because if you overcook it, it's obviously gonna go back up again. We don't want that, because then it will flip. How is it looking on? Is it looking flat at all? Is it anywhere flat? That's it. Right, this is where it starts to tinkle about, so we got to try and hold this position here. Come on, my beauty. Come on. Oh. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, we have stability. I hope I put ladders on this thing, did I? I know I did put a bunch of ladders on here, and if my ladders are not appearing on here, I'll be most upset. It's a bit hard to see, to be honest. I think it's stable. It was a good idea, getting a flatter bit of land. Let's do that. All we do is hope it doesn't ride along the ground. So it added a little bit of stability, those legs, and it's a good idea to bring in the that. Well, that was successful. Learned from the first one. Yeah, you know where? I have no idea where to put the broadcasting thing, because wherever I put it, it gets in the way of the screen. So it's really quite a problem. I'm actually thinking maybe top left might be better. Let me just very quickly switch that. Sorry about that. Right. Successful. Man, that was awkward to the extreme. Yeah, I built this thing with ladders on it. So I do hope the ladders are going to show up, because for some reason it is not showing up here. I can see a ladder there. And I hope they can get out, because I've got it kind of slightly protruding through. It was a bit difficult to get the view here. I'm hoping they can get out. And hoping... Oh, well, they can monoprop down, there's not a problem. So let's say, take out a scientist. I said... Yeah, it looks like they can't get out. Oh, that's because they're on the wrong side. Well, that kind of makes sense. So it looks like it is very slightly got a problem here. Yeah, it's obstructed. Oh, that's a shame. But I can remove this. We'll kind of show the inner deployments. So it kind of get a bit ugly now. Okay, so that was just in case. So yeah, that's kind of ruined the ladder that was on that. But we can monoprop out of here. I can auto EVA. Automatic EVA is disabled. What do they mean by that? Is it because I've... Oh, he's kind of dropping, but I suppose that's expected. Right, if you could just whisk your way down there, Sonny. It's alright, it's very, very low gravity, I mean. Ridiculously low. There we go. He's fine. How you doing, son? You alright? Oh, fine, mate. He's got enough in his inventory, that's because it's pointless. Why don't you plant a flag? Well, take a surface sample, although it wouldn't give us any science because it's a waste of time. So, why don't you stick a flag down? It's always nice. Well, it's success, but it's probably the only game I play which I actually learn from. Right, edit the name. Right, we want the... Call it Minmus Heights. And edit plaque. So I don't think you can see this, but I'm going to put... That was a rough one. So I'll try and do this quick. That was a rough one. Guys. Right, there we go. Oh, I'll put it in the wrong one. Oh, that's because I didn't press R button. Oh, forget it. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Come on down, the view is lovely. Really? Alright then, if you say so. Yeah, we'll leave the pilot just in case things do go wrong. Which it might. I don't know where the pilot is, but he's somewhere aboard there. Use your thrusters! That's what I did. Okay. Because when you play Kerbal, you got to make silly voices and you got to talk like a Kerbal. Now, I don't know what a Kerbal talks like, but I would imagine it'd be exactly like that. Isn't that right, buddy? What's his name? Gerpont. Okay. Hellblade. I'm not Hellblade. I'm Howlballs. Howlballs. Okay then. Yeah, he's having a whale of a time. They've got little animations now. Got a little bag on their back. See, they've got a little bag on their back. They can't only carry one thing. But I hear on the PC version, they've got little engineers. And they can fix stuff now. They can actually sort of put stuff on ships. Now, I think there was a mod that did that, so may have copied the mod a little bit. Just a touch. And the sun is overhead, so we can't really see his face that well. I wonder if he's got this... And I think they've also got like a little gold mask thing. I could remove his helmet, of course, but that would probably be a silly idea. Evaporate into the mists of time, and then we'll go back to the old ship of beauty. Although that's the old ship of beauty, isn't it? Hang on, which one's which? We want the pilot. That's him, Mr. Pilot. There. Where is his pilot? Oh, he's up in the observatory room. So let's have a look at his view from the observatory room. There we are, and you can zoom in and out here. Hope you're alright, guys, but I'm upside down. It's not much fun being upside down. But I hope you're alright. I mean, you can't see me very well. But yeah, always wiggling the ship a little bit. Shouldn't be doing that. But we could take off here. I could take off. What's that note there? I can't quite read it, but it says something like OK, but obviously there's some note of some kind. How do we get out? We do that. Well, guys, if you'd like to come back in. Alright then. I'll come back in. Which end shall I go in? Ever end you like, mate. I'm not worried. Right then. Is it this end? So I mean, overcooked it there. In fact, you could go into orbit here. That's how how such a low gravity here. You could almost go into orbit from here. It's great fun. Oh, well, I've overcooked that. I've tried to grab it, but I don't know if... Don't hit your helmet on it. It's got a... Yeah, you're struggling there, aren't you? If you persevere, you'll get there. It's a struggle. What's up with him? Why have I lost... Oh, I lost control of him for some reason. Oh, it's because it's a flag. yeah, that was the flag. I don't know why they do it so you can concentrate on the flag, but you know, some people might want to do that. Got to concentrate on something, haven't we? Let's see if we can do a better job than the last guy. He was a little bit on the stupid side, wasn't he? There we go. We're all aboard. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. The quick landing on there. I won't release any of the other captives. I just got to check the electric power, which is fine. That's electricity there. Electric. I don't know what EC stands for. Electric consumables. I've no idea. It doesn't actually say, does it? That's the oxygen. That's the liferogen. Liquid fuel. Sorry, liquid fuel. That's economy mode or something. I don't know. And that's the monoprop. Thank you all for watching. If you want to know what all this gunge is, you can click on all that. What is my takeoff? 22,900 meters per second. I think that's enough to get out off the planet. Barely. The thrust away rate is 38 to 1, which is, you know, I think that's enough for us to take off. So I hope you enjoyed that. They're having a bit of a fun time there, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now, and see you later, Kerbals. Shame I lost that thing, because it's kind of lost its... Oh yeah, I just thought. Oh, I just thought of something. We've got little... We can refuel here. Well, possibly. I mean, I'm not saying we can, but we have these little things. We can deploy the drill. Right? You'll like this. Not a lot. But we can put these little drills down. Drill into the ground, and it's probably shake the whole ship apart. Right, and then we can deploy the panels here just to cool us down. Because, you know, I must admit, when I first played this game, I didn't really use these things, and now I know that we should use them. And I should have put all this on a hot bar, but, you know, I can't be bothered half the time. Let's start the harvester. Now, I don't know if there's any decent kind of fuel here. There might not be. It might be very low on kind of decent fuel here. So we'll start that and we'll see if it fills up. Because this thing should start filling up. He said hopefully. So let's start that. So I don't know if this is working. Who knows? Now, what's the core temperature? Core temperature looks fine. I mean, I'm a bit rusty on this stuff. That seems to be holding steady. Is it actually doing anything? Is what I want to know. Is it actually... And actually, have I got anywhere to store the stuff? You know, it may have been a good idea to have some storage. I'm not sure if I have storage for it, but I might have. I may have sneaked it in somewhere. Let's aim the camera there so I can see a little bit higher. Am I actually storing this stuff anywhere? Actually, that might be a good idea. Whapping that bit out. There's a ladder there apparently, but apparently my other ladder's disappeared. There really no ladder. I put a set of ladders up there. They kind of disappeared on me. Where's my storage things? Did I not put storage things in here? That would seem like a bad mistake. So that's probably why it's not producing anything. It's because we haven't got any storage bins. I could have sworn I did though, but you know, I'm kind of a bit dumb. I may have missing ore. Oh, there's no ore? Well, there's nowhere to store it. I could have sworn I put some on around the sides. Are things disappearing in this game? I wouldn't have thought so, but you know. I mean, that is obviously just liquid fuel there, isn't it? Do you actually know what you're doing? Some people ask me that, do I know what I'm doing? Sometimes I wonder myself if I actually know what I'm doing in this game. But I thought I did put storage things on, but yeah, maybe I dreamt that in a crazy dream. So anyway, that was a stupid idea. So let's maybe stop these drills from drilling. So yeah. And retract them. Stop please, and retract. If you could just do that without too much effort, that would be nice. There we go. Well, I mean, I got part of it right. I got part of it right. I just needed to put the rest on, so I'll have to make a slight alteration. But yeah, the idea was we could refuel once we got there, but obviously I don't know what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing? Do I ever? But you know, I'm kind of like that. Dumb in a fun kind of way. So I hope you semi-enjoyed that. No wonder people don't watch me. I don't teach anybody anything. Let's be honest. I kind of don't teach anybody anything. This is sad. It's a sad state of affairs when you're like that. Let's put that down. It's obviously a waste of time. I don't know why the ladder's down. Why is that ladder down there like that? Shouldn't that be retracted? You know, I don't want any resistance on the way up. That's if we ever get up. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you found that any way enjoyable, please do a like and a follow or subscribe, whichever it is. And I'll see you all next time. And guess what? I suppose I'll see you later. Maybe. I'll have a nice little view from the inside of the cockpit, looking up at the sun beaming down on our mysterious. There's a little note there actually. Let's just read this note. Oh, I can't go any closer apparently. Why can't I? Can I not go any closer? Oh, it's because I got that on. I might better read that note. You have 50 areas, does that say? Yeah, I could have done it in a higher texture. I might have been read it. It looks like fuse box there. It's all good fun though, isn't it? It's all good Kerbal fun. I'll leave you with just a shot out of the ship, looking at the sun. Bye for now, everyone. I'll see you all next time. And guess what? Maybe see you later if you found this interesting. Bye for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.